Hey Delaware, this is the Rosaio team here at our first official podcast. I'm super excited, and I guess let's go around and everybody introduce themselves.
Sure. My name is Caitlin Cohen.
I am Kristen Rosaio.
And I'm Jeanette Contaron.
I'm Amanda LaCates.
And I'm Amber Garneski.
Of the Rosaio team.
Of the Rosaio team.
Sorry, I'm not talking in there. This is our first podcast, if you can't tell. We're kind of winging it. We are going to talk today about back to school. We all are moms. I think between all of us, what do we have, Caitlin? How many kids?
I think we're at 12 kids, the entire team.
So we're at 15.
15?
we're 15.
Yeah.
15 kids, I think.
That's a
Yeah,
lot.
there's a lot
We
of
got a lot of kids. It's a lot to manage.
We're all experiencing back to school right now.
Yeah, so this is like back to school because this is like our first time, right? So we're like, hi, we're new here.
We have back to school jitters.
Yeah, back to school jitters. I guess maybe, do you want to tell them like why we're doing the podcast?
That's a curveball. Wasn't expecting that question.
Well, I feel like we should kind of say that like basically just really quickly before we get into back to school, we want everybody to kind of get to know who we are as a team. We're all very different, but similar in ways. But it's just a way for everybody locally and wherever else this goes to kind of get to know us personally. So it's not just, we're realtors, but it's not going to be just about real estate.
We also have roots in the community, and I think that's important because when people are choosing someone to help them buy or sell a house, they want to know who the people who are helping them are and what their connection is to the area that they're looking in.
And we are all in different locations in Northern Delaware, so that does help things. A lot of us are from Delaware, and then we have some transplants to Delaware. So yeah, we bring a lot of different perspectives to the table.
I think we'll have some good conversations.
Yeah. So back to school.
This was my first ever back to school because my oldest child is now in kindergarten. So we've been in daycare and preschool for years, but this is our first time doing the meet the teacher and the practice school bus ride. But I was very lucky that I had you guys to hold my hand through the process. It was very emotional.
Same. That's the way I felt last year when Austin started kindergarten. This year I feel like a vet. I'm like first grade. Yeah.
Yeah, and you guys are pros. You've done this.
I feel like when kindergarten happened, I cried both times for my kids. Like, even though the second time around, I'm like, I know what to expect, but you still can't help it. It's like their first day. It's like a whole new world. So definitely tears for sure.
I cried because I was overwhelmed by all of the things that I had to take care of, which I wasn't prepared for. All like the supplies to buy and the paperwork to fill out and coordinating everything. Yeah, I had to like bring a wagon with all of the Clorox wipes and tissue boxes and things I had to bring to school.
Supplies list gets better though as they get older.
Yeah.
Not for me. Not for me, no.
I have a supplies list, so I feel like I guess every school is different. It depends on where you're at.
Yeah, for sure. Because like for Odyssey Charter, they give you the option where you can just pay the school to get everything for you.
Oh, wow.
So that's what I did. I paid the $200 and it took care of all the supplies, including like Clorox wipes, tissues, and then, basic academic stuff. So
I need that option in my life. I'm a Venmo mom. Like, if you tell me how much I owe, I will pay you.
Exactly.
But I'm not going to be the one that's showing up and volunteering to do snack time.
But
Yeah,
no.
Yes.
I'm like, just have it delivered and then that's it.
So I'd rather like search for deals. Like I started buying back to school supplies probably like last spring, but of course they don't send you the list of what you need until like 3 days before school starts. So you miss all the sales.
And see, I'm the opposite. I was giving my oldest major anxiety because like 2 weeks leading up to back to school, she's like, did you get our school supplies? And I'm like, no, I'm going to get it. And like 2 more times that day. It's like legitimately 3 times a day. Did you get our school supplies? And I'm like, I promise I have never sent you to school without your school supplies. But mom takes time to do these things. And then it's a whole process because I've got 3 different lists and some of the things match. And I'm trying to like find, if they need 3 pencil boxes and they need only 6 pencils, and this one needs 5
Some
pencil
need
boxes.
to be name brand, and some
It was, I dropped like $480 on school supplies.
We have a bunch of kids though.
Yeah, $480 on school supplies.
Because and I still didn't get it right because Ariana told me apparently I got a multi-pack of highlighters. We needed 4 colors, but I didn't get one with the blue. And the school supply list specifically says blue highlighter, and I did not get that one, and I am still hearing about it to this day. I didn't get it the right.
Yeah. But I was very impressed with how smoothly everything went, just how last minute everything seemed. Like they really have it down to a science, the back to school stuff. So that gave me a little hope. And I think we're all in different school districts. So that's interesting because we're in Brandywine School District.
I'm Colonial.
What school are you in?
Aberquanimek.
Yeah, we do charter, but I think technically where we live is Red Clay. But
And then you're private school, right? Yeah.
Brandywine. Yep.
Yeah. So it's interesting to compare notes because I think the schools in Delaware are definitely a hot topic. I mean, that's something that my clients want to talk about when they're looking where to buy. And it's definitely something I was nervous about when we were buying in Delaware. But I've been super impressed with Brandywine School District. Like, it's definitely given me a lot of hope.
that's good to know because I haven't heard such good things about Christina School District, and that's what the district that I went to when I was a kid. And as a kid, you don't think about like what schools you're going to choice your kids to. You just go to the ones in your neighborhood. And now people are just like more like, no, I want the best school. I don't want to just go to the school in my neighborhood.
I think also schools fluctuate so much. You can't say, well, when I grew up, this school wasn't the best or didn't have the best reputation.
Yeah.
They changed so much that, and I think that the state is very aware of that, and they actively are pursuing programs to benefit all of their schools. I have not had a bad experience with, I know my kids go to private school now, but we started in public school prior to the pandemic, and we had a great experience at Lancashire and the immersion program there.
Okay.
And I think there's a lot of districts that are doing immersion programs.
I think it also just depends on you as a parent, how involved you are.
It starts at home.
You know, like
that's
you
for
can't
sure.
just generalize the school district stats, in my personal opinion. Yeah.
How did everybody's kids handle back to school?
Mine were ready. Violet was ready before school even started. So Odyssey didn't start until after Labor Day, but she was ready to go back when Gavin went. And he goes to Howard, and he started on the 26th. And she was like up in the morning, like trying to help him get ready for school. Like, can I just go like with you?
Wow, that's impressive for a preteen.
Yeah.
Austin was ready.
Yeah.
Austin was ready, and now she is not.
Oh.
Every morning it's like, I don't want to go to school. I don't want to go to school.
Girls are tough.
Yeah, my kindergartner was disappointed that there wasn't school on Saturday. It's definitely a change up from how she felt about pre-K. She always loved school. But then we were afflicted with our first elementary school sickness last week. So she ended up missing an entire week of school. And now she's definitely back on the ready to go to school train.
Buckle up.
Yeah.
It's just going to be nonstop.
Yeah, well, when both of my kids were in the same school, I was like, all right, we're all going to get the same sickness at the same time, and we're prepared for that. But now we have daycare sickness and elementary school sickness, and they're just going to keep passing them back and forth. So I'm not ready.
No.
Yeah.
Austin has a horrible habit of putting her fingers in her mouth. Literally, since she was born, I have a video fresh out. Her fingers are in her mouth. And so her immune system is rock solid.
Yeah, maybe
Rock solid.
Maybe that's why Joanna's immune system is usually pretty good. That's why this last one really took us for a ride. It was a stomach bug, which is not something that I am prepared to. Colds I can handle. I can do all of the respiratory stuff. I got a kid with asthma, but the stomach bugs really rocked my world.
I will take anything over a stomach bug.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
One time, both of my kids were sick at the same exact time with the stomach bug, and it was the worst. One way, I'm like, okay, great, they got it out of their system, but then it's like trying to take care of 2 kids at the same time when it's coming out of,
And then you know it's going to come for you too.
It was terrible. Knock on wood, it hasn't happened
Yeah.
in a really long time, but
Everyone take your elderberry, take your vitamin C, and
wash your hands.
yeah,
Chop up your garlic.
put potatoes in your socks.
Every time I don't feel good, chop up
It was
some
you that
garlic.
put potatoes in your socks.
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
I thought you were supposed to put onions. No?
I heard about the onions. I just can't.
I've never heard of that before. Onions in your socks?
I don't know. My Instagram reel feed comes up with some crazy things.
I'm just saying that I feel like the potatoes worked for Austin.
Yeah.
They were black the next morning, and her fever went from like 102.9 to normal.
If you go into the mom groups on Facebook, this is like one of the most controversial topics is whether potatoes and onions in the socks heal sickness.
Wow.
Yeah, people have very strong
I've
feelings about it.
never heard that before. That's crazy.
How'd your girls do back to school? You have a middle schooler now?
I have a middle schooler and a high schooler. Sophia started 9th grade and Lola started 6th grade.
Oh,
2
Um,
years. Yeah, and so this year Lola had to ride the bus for the first time in her entire life. So that was hard for me, hard for her too. She came home crying like the first day. Yeah, but it was good for her because I usually try to, I coddle her a little bit, because she's the baby and so it was good for both of us, for me to like release her a little bit and
Yeah.
for her to have like a little more independence. Like she let herself in and it was good.
Yeah, that'll give her a sense of pride.
It did.
Yeah.
I really feel like it did.
I rode the bus. I was a bus rider my whole life.
Yeah.
Until I got a car.
Too. That's what I told them. I was like, you guys have been privileged.
We were in 3rd grade. My best friend and I elected ourselves the bus counselors, and we would create like organized games and activities for the younger kids on the bus. My elementary school only went up to 3rd grade, so we would like have like a little grab bag of like prizes, like bouncy balls. We would keep all the kids in line, and like
That's
it was
awesome.
like, yeah,
That's impressive, Caitlin.
this shouldn't be a surprise.
It's not a surprise.
It's a role I was born to play. 3rd grade bus counselor.
You still give 3rd grade bus counselor vibes.
And somehow I'm raising small people now.
Oh my gosh.
Classic oldest daughter.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Same, which is why you guys call me mom sometimes. So, how about the outfits for school? Like, have you guys just given up on like that battle? I know like you had uniforms.
He wears a uniform.
Oh yeah. Uniforms.
Because I couldn't figure out whether Brandywine School District had uniforms until like a couple weeks before school, because the information is a little outdated. And I was really hoping that they didn't have uniforms, because like I like getting dressed. Like I like putting together outfits, and I think I've like instilled that in my daughter.
Yeah.
Of like, it's fun to like, it's like decorating yourself. And
Exactly.
she really likes it. And it's like a fun way to like kind of get us excited for the day. We pick out our outfit beforehand, then we pick out like the accessories, and that's been a really fun part of like our routine, is like putting together like cool outfits for the weather and like checking the weather report. What about it? Your Austin's a little fashionista, right?
She is, but I went crazy on Shein, and I bought like
Love Sheen.
I bought outfits. No, and she loves bell bottoms and like all the funky stuff. But the problem is she wants to wear like the top without the bottom with like something crazy now, and I'm like,
That's how
I've
Violet
lost
was too.
control of being able to control the outfit, and I'm just like, you know what? This is not a battle. And also, I look at it as like she's expressing herself.
Exactly.
Also, with her hair, or like not wanting to do her hair or brush it, which is why I let her cut it off. So
Yeah, we're at that point too. Yeah, that's interesting, because Joanna's kind of more of like a rule follower. Like if there's a set, she wants the set to go together. But I think back to like my parents telling me like, I don't think that that's a good choice for like the outfits I would pick out in middle school when I went through like my goth phase. And I think about that a lot, like how will I handle that when my kids start making questionable fashion choices? We're not there yet though.
Violet was really little, and I think it was like 1st grade, 2nd grade maybe. There was a pair of glitter booties that we found at Target, and I swear she wore them every single day.
I would.
Gold glitter booties with every outfit. She just would not. Until she grew out of them, she wore them every day.
I'm about to look up gold glitter booties on Amazon after this. I think I need them.
They were cute.
Yeah.
I secretly wanted a pair. So.
well, I think we're all doing good.
Yeah.
Surviving.
Yeah, it's the year has started out good. So I'm impressed with us.
May everyone's immune systems hold up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Allergies on mother right now.
But what about dinner?
Oh, I can't. I can't do that.
Somebody else can do dinner.
I don't cook.
Chicken nuggets,
My
mac and
safe
cheese.
space without being asked what's for dinner.
I feel like when school starts again, you kind of have to like have something planned.
I bought a crock pot, which I've been wanting for years, but like never pulled the trigger. But like my kids are not going to eat anything that I make in the crock pot, but it's like pretty awesome. Just like makes me feel like a real mom. Like I put a roast in the crock pot before I leave for
Sound
the
like
day.
a real mom. That's like
That is
an
definitely a
adult
mom
sound
dinner.
bite
There's some
right now. Like I've always wanted a crock pot,
Yeah.
and here I am living my dream, ladies.
Urban mom dreams. I feel like cutting up some potatoes at 7 o'clock in the morning really like does it.
And on that note, I feel like this was a good first run on the podcast. What do you guys think?
For sure.
Appropriate.
Yeah. Accurate reflection of who we are.
I'm just getting used to this right here.
Yeah. I don't know how much I've actually spoken into the microphone.
Like, can you hear me?
I don't know.
We'll get better.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Hang in there, parents. You got this. I'll be your hype man.